Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be learning how to draft a princess dart pattern. If this looks like what you want to learn how to make, then please keep watching and let's get started. So guys, to begin, I have my pattern paper here. I'll just go ahead to rule out a straight line on my pattern paper like so. This line is going to serve as our shoulder line. So on this line, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurements divided by 2. Okay, my shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2 is 7. I'm just going to mark it there like so, and then I'll come down on that point by 1 inch. So I'll just mark 1 inch like so, and then I'll go on the neck line. I'm going to go in by 3 inches, so I'm using 3 inches neck width. I'll mark that down, and then I'll just go ahead to connect the point with a slope. So after that, I'll go down from that slope by 7 inches. Okay, so that's my armhole measurement. I'm just going to mark 7 inches like so, and then I'll also go ahead to confirm my shoulder measurement on that point. Then I'll use my rule to connect. So I also go ahead to extend the line on the other side. So this is our chest line. Okay, I'll just go ahead to extend this line like so. After that, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my shoulder to bust point, shoulder to under bust, and shoulder to waistline. Okay, so my shoulder to bust point is 10 inches, shoulder to under bust is 13 inches, and then shoulder to waistline I used 17 inches. So I'll just go ahead to mark it on this other side as well, and then I'll use my rule to connect the points with a straight line. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to label my lines. That's the chest line, the bust points, the under bust, and then the waist line. So guys, the next thing to do is to create a armhole curve. This is the front pattern, guys. So to create the armhole curve for the front pattern, we're going to divide what we have here by 2. Remember, we have 7 divided by 2, 3.5. I marked that down, and then I went in by half of an inch on that point. Okay, and then I went ahead to measure my bust measurement divided by 4, and then I marked that on the chest line like so, and then I went ahead to use my rule to connect the points. So guys, after that, I'll just go ahead to mark my neck depth measurement. Remember, this is the front pattern, and for this I used 3 inches, and then I just went ahead to use my rule to connect it like so. And then after that, I'll go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. I'll mark that down like so on the bust point and also on the waistline, and then I'll just use my rule to connect the points. So guys, after that, I'll go ahead to measure what I have on my armhole and divide it by 2. Okay, so on this new armhole line, we're just going to measure what we have there, divide it by 2, and then mark it down. The next thing I'm going to do is to go up on the bust point by half of an inch. Okay, just mark half inch like so, just connect it into the line, and then I'll connect from that point to the armhole. Okay, to the part of the armhole that we divided. I'll just go ahead to connect it to that point using my rule. guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark half inch on both sides of the dart legs, like so. Half inch and half inch, and then come down on the bust point by 1 inch, and then I'll just go ahead to connect like so. After that, the next thing I'm going to do is to come down by half an inch and go up by half an inch on this line, as you can see, and then I'll just go ahead to connect it back into the line like so. So guys, after that, the next thing I'm going to do now is to replace this 1 inch, okay, on the chest line. Just mark 1 inch like so. So we are replacing that 1 inch, okay, on that point. I'll also go ahead to replace 1 inch on the side as well. So just watch how I place my tape like so, and then I'm just going to mark 1 inch, and then I'm just going to connect it using my rule, and then connect our new armhole line as well. So just carefully connect like so, and then we'll go ahead to also connect our new armhole line. So guys, you can see this is how it looks. The next thing we're going to do is to add our sewing allowance, okay. So I added 1.5 inches to this point. I went ahead to measure my waist, divided by 4. I marked that down, and then I'm just going to replace the 1 inch dart, okay. That's 1 inch. Replace the dart, and then add sewing allowance of 1.5 inches as well, and then I'll just go ahead to connect it like so. So guys, as you can see, this is how it looks. The next thing we are going to do now is to cut, okay. So just watch carefully to see how I'll cut this out. So guys, this is how it looks after cutting the center front and the side front. So for this part, when cutting on your fabric, make sure you put it on fold, okay. That's the center front. You can add your half inch sewing allowance round your pattern, okay. You don't need to add on the side because I already added that while cutting. So guys, that's all for today's tutorial. I hope you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to check out my other videos. Bye, see you in my next one.